True or false? Have a look at these questions, decide whether they are true or false. A circle with a diameter of 5 meters has a circumference of 5 pi meters. So pause the video and have a look at all of these, and then I'm going to go through them together. Okay, so we know that circumference equals pi d. If the diameter is 5, we're going to do 5 times pi, so this is true. Circle with a radius of 3 centimeters has a circumference of 3 pi. So if the radius is 3, we know circumference equals 2 pi r. Radius is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So it should be 6 pi. So this is wrong. This is false. A circle with a circumference of 60 pi has a diameter of 20. So let's just put this into the formula. If the circumference is 60 pi is equal to pi times d, well, d has to be 60, doesn't it? So in this case, that's going to be false. Next one, a semicircle with a diameter of 3 has a perimeter of 4.71. So we're going to have to work this one out. So it's a semicircle. The diameter is 3. So if we know the length of this is going to be half the circumference, so it's pi d divided by 2 plus this length here, which is 3. Now we know that d is 3 here, so this becomes 3 pi over 2 plus 3. We're going to have to put this in a calculator, so 3, press the fraction button first, so 3 shift pi over 2 plus 3. We should get 4.71-ish, and we don't. So this, or we get 7.71, so this is false. And that's been rounded as well. A circle with a radius of r has a circumference of 2 pi r. So let's just move this out the way. We can work out the answers here. So a circle with a radius of r has a circumference of 2 pi r. Well, circumference equals pi 2 pi r. This is just a standard circle, so it's just the formula that we already know. So this is going to be true. Okay, so let's have a look at this question. Pause the video and try it. So this question is kind of in reverse compared to the other questions that we've been looking at. We're just going to use the same formula as normal. So we know that circumference equals pi d. We're going to substitute our values in, and then we're going to work out the missing values. So here the circumference is 57. So 57 is equal to pi times d. Now if I want d, I'm going to have to divide by pi. So 57 over pi equals diameter. So that is the exact answer. You can leave it as a fraction like this, and then it says give it to 2 decimal places as well. So we're going to put this on a calculator, press the fraction button, and then 57 over shift 7, because that gives you pi. Format, oh, it's already given it to you as a decimal, so in this case that's equal to 18. Now this is to 2 decimal places, so the 1 4 is going to be our 2 decimal places. Because the digit after is a 3, we don't need to round it up. And then don't forget units, this should be in centimeters. So the two answers are 57 over pi centimeters or 18.14 centimeters. Okay, for the last exercise, I need you to work out these values, all to 3 significant figures. Pause the video and have a go, and then I'm going to go through the 3 questions. Okay, so for question 1, we're going to use the same formula for all of these. So C equals pi d. The circumference is 36. That's equal to pi times what we want to work out is d. So we're going to divide both sides by pi. So 36 over pi is our answer. So d is equal to 36 over pi, but this wants us to give it to 3 significant figures. So we're going to press the fraction button, 36, and then shift 7. That gives us pi. That gives us, I'm going to do a wavy line here because it's approximately, I'm going to round it to 3 significant figures. So the first significant figure is the 1, the second significant figure is the second one, the third significant figure is that 4. Then I can see that the digit after that is a 5, so it's going to be 11.5 centimeters. The next one, we're going to use the formula again. So C equals pi d. So that's equal to pi, 15 equals pi times, we don't know what the diameter is, so 15 over pi. So let's go back and just edit this, change that to 15. So 15 over pi, we're going to divide by pi. So the diameter is rounded to give you 4.77, but we want the radius, so we're going to need to halve that. So we're going to divide our answer by 2, and that gives us, so d over 2 is roughly equal to 2, well, we want it 3 significant figures, so 2.38, that will become 2.39. Now d over 2 is equal to the radius, so 2.39 centimeters. And then the last example here, the circumference is 20x pi centimeters. Find the diameter. So C equals pi d, 20x pi equals pi times d. Now we want to work out just what d is, so we can divide both sides by pi. So the pi's cancel out. So here we can see that 20x is equal to d, and that's our answer. That's it. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Smash the like button if you did. I'll see you in another video.